Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Tuesday, September 7th, at 8:35 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 616 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Ted Cruz tells people to get a job and Twitter works him over. Idaho enacts crisis hospital care standards amid COVID surge. I'm a photographer who covered 9/11 and its aftermath. Here are the most gripping photos I took, and the stories behind them. Rep. Matt Gaetz says Trump will probably run for president because he wants to throw punches at a combatant, not a heckler from the stands. 50 Cent draws outrage for insensitive Michael K. Williams posts. Monica Lewinsky says Bill Clinton should want to apologize in Today exclusive. DeSantis gets vital history lesson from Fauci over completely incorrect vaccine claim. The COVID-19 risk for vaccinated people is roughly equal to riding in a vehicle, recent data suggest. Blatant Oregon shoplifters walk out of Lowe's with full carts. Don't do this. On the morning of 9/11, she unknowingly sent her boyfriend to Ground Zero. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Dow Jones drops as Apple hits new high, 4 top growth stocks to buy and watch, Investors Business Daily. Biden to visit Idaho residents in New York and New Jersey, U.S. politics live, The Guardian. Taliban announce new government for Afghanistan, BBC News. Women join protests on Kabul streets in defiance of Taliban rule, NBC News. Phoebe Waller-Bridge exits Donald Glover's Mr. and Mrs. Smith series, IGN. Save on PS5 games including Demon's Souls and Ratchet & Clank, Rift Apart, The Verge. Justin Trudeau pelted with gravel by protesters at campaign stop, CNN. Monica Lewinsky says Bill Clinton should want to apologize for infamous affair, says she's moved on regardless, Fox News. New studies find evidence of superhuman immunity to COVID-19 in some individuals, NPR. COVID-19 variant Mu detected in 49 states, Fox News. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Ted Cruz tells people to get a job and Twitter works him over. The Raiders' happy birthday blunder takes the cake. This afterlife comedy is the top movie on Netflix right now. I am so f***ing tired. This 9/11 docu-series is a top show on Netflix right now. Jessica Chastain and Oscar Isaac's steamy red carpet chemistry gets people talking. I loved being a bartender but COVID turned my job into a nightmare I couldn't bear. DeSantis gets vital history lesson from Fauci over completely incorrect vaccine claim. At first I thought, it's a hoax, Duck recorded saying you bloody fool. Jill Biden heads back to classroom as a working first lady. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Doctor loses 4 COVID-19 patients in 3 hours. Police clock teen driver going 113 miles per hour. Veteran celebrates 102nd birthday. Youth Football League in need of new field. Community hosts block party months after tornado. Congressional gold medal presented to veterans. Mother, children caught in crossfire of shootout. Authorities investigate inmate homicide at correctional facility. Boaters rescued on Lake Champlain. Woman gives birth before paramedics arrive. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. Biden to tour storm-ravaged parts of New York and New Jersey. The campaign to recall Governor Newsom heads into its final stretch. The Hall of Fame has grown quiet on Negro Leagues inductees. Taliban announce some government posts, and protests pose a challenge. Business updates, return to office plans are disrupted again. Exifm's second-in-command helped build a culture of abuse, survivors say. How to get a better night's sleep. Why everyone should care about workers' rights. Join us for On the Runway, an interview with Anna Wintour. Can we change our sexual desires, should we? The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Bill Cosby accuser Andrea Constand writes about actor's trial, Me Too movement in new memoir. Biden to tour Ida damage in New Jersey, New York, with 50 dead in Northeast. California couple shot, killed over possible parking space dispute in Long Beach. Hollywood reacts to death of Michael K. Williams, an amazing actor and soul. MSNBC contributor claims nobody being denied exit from Afghanistan, downplays Taliban denying departure. Prince Charles has no knowledge of alleged cash for honors offer by former aide amid golden visa scandal. Children 6 months and up should get flu shot, delay of COVID-19 positive, pediatrics group. Texas University students file federal civil rights complaint over school song, alleging hostile environment. Army vet refutes state dep's claims on rescue of American family, Taliban did interfere. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Tuesday, September 7th. The next headlines are from the seventh most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Baseball report, wild card races heat up with just 4 weeks of regular season baseball left. Nate Burleson on co-hosting CBS Mornings, the one thing I do very well is tell a story. The next headlines are from the eighth most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. XRAF bomb disposal expert disciplined by BA bosses after skipping work to save his daughter's life. Counselors plan for Alton schools to get picture of Queen, Union Jack and National Anthem practice. Queen Letizia of Spain recycles a 40-year-old dress from her mother-in-law Queen Sophia's wardrobe. Don't cry for me, Michael K. Williams is wanting final Instagram post 6 days before he died. Smoking cannabis nearly doubles the risk of a heart attack in young adults. People in shock as rude dog owner with a list of demands offers to pay a dog sitter next to nothing. Potty training toddler gets head stuck in toilet like her father did 30 years ago. Tory MPs demand answers from silent border force chiefs over Heathrow Airport queue chaos. Boris Johnson gambles on huge social care revolution funded by 12 billion tax raid. Newly elected Labour mayor who was filmed brawling with cabbie in road rage row resigns. The following headlines are from the ninth most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is The Washington Post World News Feed. The World 9/11 created a weakened, yet enduring, Al-Qaeda menace. Typhoon hits eastern Philippines, causing power outages. Taliban name caretaker cabinet that pays homage to old guard. Taliban forms acting government in Afghanistan, saying permanent leadership to be named soon, as protests grow. UK carrier commander, Japan visit underscores partnership. Pope, Patriarch, Ob of Canterbury make joint climate appeal. China to Hong Kong travelers will no longer need quarantine. Activists push for delay of UN climate summit, as heads of churches issue unprecedented joint statement. Lindsey Graham says United States will be going back into Afghanistan. Australian musk ducks have the ability to call you a bloody fool, research finds. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's US news feed. Coronavirus Live News. Italy to start offering third doses to clinically vulnerable people. Philippines delays easing of lockdown. Biden to visit IDA-hit residents in New York and New Jersey. U.S. politics live. Calder fire. California lifts evacuation orders for South Lake Tahoe. Ohio judge reverses court order forcing hospital to treat COVID patient with ivermectin. Judgment Day for Afghanistan, the raw legal drama trying Britain for war crimes. Impeachment, American Crime Story Review, addictive Monica and Bill drama. Myanmar opposition announces defensive war against junta. Merkel urges Germans to back her party's choice of successor. Poland's government risks fines for flouting European court order. Kim Jong-un to face human rights abuse claims in Japanese court. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Police say 1 killed, 7 others hurt in Wichita club shooting. Stocks moderately lower as Wall Street returns from holiday. 2 suspects arrested after Bulgari jewelry heist in Paris. Judge tosses death sentence in slaying of Dakota student. COVID-19 live updates. 3rd person dies in Japan after receiving contaminated vaccine. Motive for Florida family's massacre may never be known. LGBTQ rights group president fired over ties to Cuomo. Report, 150 starved to death in Ethiopia's Tigray in August. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Taliban announce new government for Afghanistan. Afghanistan, Taliban fire warning shots at protest in Kabul. Ethiopia's Tigray crisis, TPLF says 150 have died of starvation. Audio of Ripper the talking Australian duck rediscovered. Justin Trudeau hit by stones on campaign trail. German election, Merkel attacks left as polls point to defeat. Taliban fire shots to disperse protest in Kabul. Saipul Jamil, row over sex offender appearing on Indonesian TV. Mexico, flash flooding sweeps away cars after heavy rain. Afghanistan, the pledge binding Al-Qaeda to the Taliban. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. 7 women who helped change the nation through freedom rides. Nothing you can do but wait. In New Orleans, frustrations rise over ongoing Hurricane Ida outages. Hurricane Larry looms in Atlantic while Ida-battered areas brace for more heavy rains. The photo of a grieving 9/11 son was unforgettable 20 years on, he recalls his mom's sacrifice. Virginia set to remove Richmond's Robert E. Lee statue, its largest Confederate monument. Ohio judge rules hospital cannot be forced to give ivermectin to COVID patient. Sikhs still struggle with post-9/11 discrimination. Showbiz Minute, Williams, Cardi B, Pandas. Murdaugh shootings, South Carolina attorney shot, injured months after wife, son found dead at hunting estate. The day in pictures. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. 4 hospitalized after car slams into Koreatown homeless encampment. Prayer and politicking, churches become a center of the California Recall campaign. California voters rejected zero bail, now lawmakers weigh new overhaul of system. You keep fluffy, we don't want fluffy, LA County animal shelters try a new approach. Podcast, What Larry Elder Stands For. It's time to celebrate California Admission Day. Wait, what's Admission Day? Candidates swarm Southern California, with a week to go before equal election. Daughter cradles her dying mother on sidewalk after couple is shot in Long Beach. Comedian Kate Quigley, who was hospitalized, doing okay after reported overdose killed 3. As Labor Day temperatures eclipse 100, beachgoers are warned of rip currents. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Tuesday, September 7th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. The Scottish government says it will hold a referendum on Scottish independence from the UK in 2022 or 2023. Japanese escapee sues North Korea for decades of misery. Young adult cannabis consumers nearly twice as likely to suffer from a heart attack, research shows. Proton Mail shares activist's IP address with authorities despite its no-log claims. Third person dies in Japan after taking contaminated Moderna coronavirus vaccine. Bolsonaro supporters clash with police before major rally in Brasilia. Hong Kong Tiananmen massacre vigil organizer defies police demand for info, says requests are groundless. 20 meat and dairy firms emit more greenhouse gas than Germany, Britain or France. Delta variant outbreak threatens Singapore's living with COVID model. 6 Palestinian prisoners escape Israeli jail through tunnel. New details emerge about coronavirus research. A Chinese lab, more than 900 pages of materials related to US-funded coronavirus research in China were released following a FOIA lawsuit by The Intercept. Scott Morrison, Australia PM criticized for Father's Day trip amid lockdowns. Myanmar shadow government calls for revolt against military dictatorship. Brazil President Bolsonaro's supporters breach police blockade during protest. Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro issued a decree Monday that changes the rules of content moderation on social media, a move that critics argue could hinder the fight against disinformation. The decree goes into effect immediately but must be ratified by Congress in order to become law. The next headlines are from Forbes. Saks Fifth Avenue catches a wave of talent with new accelerator program. These are the parents most likely to oppose school mask mandates, poll finds. Kanye West ties Elvis Presley and Eminem for the 5th most #1 albums of all time. Quality middle infield prospects could provide a boost for Cleveland Indians Guardians. Personalizing price with AI, how Walmart, Kroger do it. Former coal baron Blankenship's defamation suit aims to knock out Trump, Jr. 5 factors that should drive the FTC's assessment of a Lockheed Aerojet merger. New York-based family office acquires ownership stake in Italy's Serie B side Ascoli Calcio. Where are Shang-Chi's 10 rings from? Don't trust the comics. Why are bakery workers who make Oreos, Ritz and Chips Ahoy on strike? The next headlines are from Nature.com. Success, Mars rover finally collects its first raw core. From the archive. How misconduct helps psychological science to thrive. Dispatches from a world aflame. Kids and COVID, why young immune systems are still on top. License CRISPR patents for free-to-share gene editing globally. Spaciferers, protect our planet from falling debris. COVID-19, release approved vaccines for trials of new ones. Daily briefing, these tuna species are no longer endangered. Programmable RNA targeting with the single protein CRISPR effector Cas7-11. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,729,948,437 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Black Panther score headed to Hollywood Bowl for live picture performance. Japanese animator Yuasa Masaaki discusses Venice Festival film Inuo. Sony Music's acquisition of Cabalza will raise UK regulatory concerns. Amazon rolls on its first Latin American Western, La Cabeza de Joaquin Murrieta, from Dynamo exclusive. MSNBC is shaking up weekend prime time yet again. Rita Moreno, Channing Dungey, Katy Perry, Amanda Gorman, lure to be honored at Variety's Power of Women event. Big Thief drop new song, Certainty, recorded during power outage. Venice Fest announces planned refurbished venue, as attendance grows and COVID tests all negative. Paul Schroeder to receive Zurich Lifetime Achievement Honor, Global Bulletin. Republic Records promotes Alex Koslov to Senior VP. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Soccer player Jean-Pierre Adams, who was in a coma for nearly 40 years, dies. Many New Orleans seniors were left without power for days after Hurricane Ida. Human Rights Campaign fires President Alphonso David over report that he helped Cuomo. New studies find evidence of superhuman immunity to COVID-19 in some individuals. Jill Biden is heading back to the classroom as a working first lady. X-rays and infrared reveal the story of the first internationally known black painter. Responders are gaining on the Calder fire, but now they've got new blazes to battle. Climate change is the greatest threat to public health, top medical journals warn. Afghan interpreter tells of how he, and later his family, escaped the Taliban. For 8 years, a Wall Street Journal story haunted his career, now he wants it fixed. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Portraits of the pandemic. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Many sun-like stars gobbled up some of their planets. NASA is testing out a new air taxi prototype. These are the news headlines for today, Tuesday, September 7th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Star collision triggers supernova explosion. September birthstone is the sapphire. Crepuscular rays, photos from our readers. Orion's belt points to Sirius on September mornings. Success, first Martian rock core by Perseverance. Zodiacolite, all you need to know. The next news is from Politico. For European Union, Afghanistan is now a 4-letter word. Merkel wants talks with Taliban on more Afghan evacuations. EU Home Affairs Commissioner details what's next on Afghanistan. German ambassador to China dies only days after appointment. Boris Johnson, West can be proud of Afghanistan legacy. Blinken, Taliban not blocking departure for U.S. passport, visa holders. FDA nears day of reckoning on e-cigarettes. Trump build turnkey campaign operation for 2024. Opinion: Al-Qaeda is thrilled that the Taliban control Afghanistan, but not for the reason you think. Abortion fight adds to Biden's growing policy backlog. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Climate change means bigger bills, and ears and tails as well. Socceroos defeat Vietnam to continue perfect World Cup start. One rule for the PM and one for the rest of us doesn't fly. Pressure to be this perfect human, 1 in 4 young people in psychological distress. Delta usurped the one decision Australia thought we could control. Call for mental health screening in schools amid surge in psychological distress. From the archives, 1988, I know it's a bit silly, but... In the Herald, September 8, 1982. Walker Corp goes green with new loans on flagship towers. Investors circling inner-city development projects. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. DraftKings, Caesars and Penn National, here's how sports betting stocks performed in August. Financial crime, California man, 79, sentenced to 4 years for charging small businesses and charities hugely inflated prices for printer toner. The moneyest, I've taken care of my father for 23 years. He gifted me $20,000 and a vehicle. Could my opportunistic siblings contest this? The big move, my mother-in-law moved into our rental home years ago and made $60,000 in upgrades. We now want to sell. Should we repay her? Keywords, Fauci on COVID-19 vaccine. The optimal regimen will ultimately be that third shot. Coronavirus update, U.S. COVID-19 case tally tops 40 million, and hospitalizations over Labor Day holiday were more than double last year's. Futures movers, oil prices remain under pressure on demand worries. Big spender, the U.S. Open for the 1%, prime seating, concierge service and more, all for $10,000. Metal stocks, gold futures on track for sharpest daily tumble in a month as Treasury yields and U.S. dollar rise. Deep dive, Wall Street sees as much as 56% upside for its 20 favorite stocks. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Intellectual property, what every medical practice needs to know, medical economics. Too much delay causes loss of patent rights, Redux, J.D. Supra. License CRISPR patents for free to share gene editing globally, Nature.com. Pfizer, light on patent filings and heavy on abandonments. I am. My invention, your invention, our invention, intellectual property, UK, Mondac News alerts. China's IP performance in the first half of the year is positive, Lixology. China's surge in business method patents continues, while Japan and South Korea also see growth. I am. PTAB faulted on rigid printed publication analysis, Lixology. New European grant confirms Poolpac's global ownership of dry molded fiber, Agrifin USA. James Dyson reveals how he gambled his house on revolutionary vacuum cleaner design. Books, entertainment, toys, Matrix. The next headlines are from Quartz. The world's biggest carbon-sucking machine is switching on in Iceland. Reliance Jio's cheap data turned India's internet dreams into reality. A mobile money company is Francophone Africa's first billion-dollar startup. Why is crypto climbing? Is it too late to fight COVID skepticism and vaccine hesitancy in Tanzania? How India's largest IT firm hires and onboards remote workers. What is 15-minute grocery delivery costing India's workers? The forecast, the next Fed chair. India's schoolchildren were devastated by lockdowns and online classes. Xi Jinping wants to keep IPOs closer with the new stock exchange in Beijing. The following headlines are from TechDirt. Every streaming company not named Apple receives a lousy grade on privacy. Investigation finds NSO malware being used by the Bahrain government to target activists and dissidents. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Jean-Paul Belmondo. Nipah virus. Meghan Markle. Glenwood Caverns Adventure Park. Idris Elba. Le'Veon Bell. Bachelor in Paradise. Brooksby. Ole Miss football. Michael K. Williams. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Europe just experienced its hottest ever summer, EU Climate Change Service. UK Prime Minister breaks election pledge to hike national insurance, blaming COVID. Daylight robbery, Paris jewelry store hit by armed raiders, $10 million worth of loot stolen, media. They're just whiny little beaches, ex-UFC star and husband of MMA icon Ronda Rousey wades into fighter payroll. Taliban announces formation of new government, including some ministers wanted by U.S. Russia remembers, services mark 10 years since tragic air crash which wiped out Lokomotiv Yaroslavl ice hockey team, video. Vaccines require to fly, even if you're in the cockpit. Russia's Aeroflot suspends pilots without pay for refusing COVID-19 jabs. McGregor pal arrested for unprovoked, serious attack at UFC star's newly opened multi-million-euro Dublin pub. Russia needs new wave of privatization to slash public sector and sell off inefficient state companies, Putin confidant Kudrin. What revenge? Everyone knows Dina won. Russian gymnastics icon reacts after ashram and Israeli pullout means no rerun with the Verena. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Nothing to hide, a poor excuse to justify surveillance. El Salvador buying the dip after crypto clobbered. Top U.S. port head warns shipping log jams to continue through summer 2022. Rabo, COVID has forced a reassessment of life choices for many, so who benefits? El Salvador becomes first country to officially accept Bitcoin as legal tender. Justin Trudeau pelted by rocks at campaign event. Wall Street sets its sights on S&P 5000. SoftBank soars after striking deal with Deutsche Telekom for badly needed cash, shares in exchange for T-Mobile stake. Third person dies in Japan after receiving tainted Moderna vaccine. Bad outcomes more likely than the markets would like, Peter Cheer concerned at over-optimistic spin everywhere. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. U.S. Coast Guard investigating 350 reports of oil spills after Ida. Profile, Mullah Baradar, new deputy leader in Afghan Gov. Taliban announces new Afghan government. The Middle East IPO market is suddenly abuzz with activity. Palestine, an open-air museum of colonialism. South Africa, economic recovery quickens in Q2 but risks remain. K-pop crackdown, China's social media giant bans BTS fan account. Aid groups warn of impending humanitarian crisis in Afghanistan. That time the Vietnam War led to the war in Afghanistan. Vietnamese man jailed 5 years for breaching COVID rules. The next headlines are from Breitbart. El Salvador buys up Bitcoin ahead of adoption as legal tender. Gaming CEO forced to step down after backlash for supporting Texas law to protect the unborn. Justin Trudeau, Canadians protesting me are anti-vaxxer mobs, racist, misogynistic. At least 63 shot during Labor Weekend in Mayor Lori Lightfoot's Chicago. Unvaccinated Rutgers student claims he's barred from remote courses. Top scientist claims Anthony Fauci untruthful about Chinese lab research. Shipping group asks UN for international, cross-border carbon tax. Backlash to Bajo's plan to hit young and working class with punishing tax hike. Antony Blinken accepts Taliban promise of safety for Afghanistan escapees. Former MI6 chief says Muslim leaders in Britain are reluctant to deal with extremism. The following headlines are from Earth Files, updates on Earth and astronomical mysteries. What shook the ground in Clarksville, Tennessee, Saturday evening, September 4, 2021? The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. A sorceress toolkit has been discovered in the ashes of Pompeii. New cancer treatments may be on the horizon, thanks to success in Mrna vaccine trial. A certain kind of smiling can repair relationships that have been damaged by mistrust. Boat plane hybrid that needs no runway could transform travel from LA to San Diego, Boston to NYC. Plumber has landed record deal after music mogul heard him singing while he fitted his bathroom. Poets in Europe are writing tributes for the lonely funerals of society's unclaimed citizens. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Tuesday, September 7th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Researchers accidentally discover world's northernmost island due to GPS error. El Salvador leads world in adopting Bitcoin as official currency. Duke's Mayo Classic Clemson fan inhales tub of mayonnaise. UK neighbors cut tree in half over bird poop dispute. We were absolutely distraught. A man named Adolf Hitler wins election in Namibia. You bloody fool, Australian talking duck proves birds can imitate speech. Photos show a curtain dividing women from men at a university in Afghanistan. Zila Negra introduces new known to rival big sister Rockala. Winnipeg serial pooper gets caught with his pants down. North Shore pizza dough blob grows to enormous proportions, overtakes dumpster post Ida. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Waymo doubles down on driverless cars, but Americans are still scared. Researchers have created a new technique to stop adversarial attacks. Pro Writing Aid can help make your writing its absolute best. Europe's 100 hottest young scale-ups of 2021. 5 crazy things you can buy with cryptocurrency. LG develops new material to fix annoying creases in foldables. Apple TV Plus releases its first original movie on DVD. Renault's Megane Edge has cool new features for quenching battery fires. Space is full of spectacular geological structures, here are 5 of them. Your startup must begin climate action today, here's how. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Apologizing to customers after product failures can encourage repurchase, stave off lawsuits. Conservation commitments should focus on the best places to protect rare species. Study illuminates origins of lung cancer in never smokers. Metabolic changes in plasma and immune cells associated with COVID-19 severity can predict patient survival. Hydrogen-burning white dwarfs enjoy slow aging. Astronomers explain origin of elusive ultra-diffuse galaxies. Over 200 health journals call on world leaders to address catastrophic harm to health from climate change. Hummingbirds can smell their way out of danger. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Tuesday, September 7th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA's Perseverance rover collects first Mars rock sample. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Ross doubt that, the American empire in retreat. High temperature records could fall this week, and smoke will linger across Utah. What's the future of the Bayou-Utah football game? That could depend on the Pac-12's new alliance. Join live Tribune chat on college football. Can a unique Bayou really be true to its 2 missions, faith and scholarship? Please do more, says Uton seeking to get his family out of Afghanistan. The rundown, a bleak warning about kids and COVID. Letter, regarding its views of LGBTQ people, here's hoping a new LDS church revelation is coming. Letter, get the jab to prevent yourself from being responsible for killing someone. Letter, as long as the United States permits Israeli abuses toward Palestinians, they will continue. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Ghostscript 0-day allows full server compromises. The strange tale of the Freedom Phone. Sometimes dismissed as a fad in advanced economies, crypto holds more appeal in countries with a history of financial instability. Developer returns to game after 4 decades, discovers and fixes typo so it works. The chip shortage has made a star of this little-known component. Toyota too spent $13.5 billion to develop EV battery tech and supply by 2030. El Salvador bought $21 million of Bitcoin as it becomes first country to make it a legal currency. Facebook apologizes after its AI labeled black men primates. Poorly devised regulation lets firms pollute with abandon. California bill takes aim at Amazon's productivity tracking algorithms. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Imagine Dragons playing St. Louis during 2022 tour, tickets on sale this week. Police say St. Charles County woman cut throat of 6-year-old boy. Missing your teeth, officers find dentures at the Des Moines State Fair. You know why I did this, ex-Marine tells investigators after Florida family massacred. Getaway car takes off without shoplifting suspect in Edwardsville viral video. Studio STL premieres today at noon on Fox 2. St. Louis chef among final 3 Hell's Kitchen contestants. Crafter car dealers hit in series of break-ins. 10 of the world's best chess players meet in St. Louis for a showdown. The disturbing trend of St. Louis kids hit by gunfire inside homes. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Deadly crash closes lanes in Kearny Mesa. Intense video shows bystanders rescue 2 people from burning car on I-8. Get vaccinated at SeaWorld and get a free pair of Halloween tickets. County reports 814 new COVID cases, 8 deaths. Labor Day weekend a boon for oceanside beaches, businesses. Woman, 61, caught in crossfire as shots ring out near Belmont Park. Mira Mesa coach who died from COVID complications remembered as surrogate father figure. New book by Francis Parker coach born without limbs asks, who says I cannot? Local essential workers rally in hopes of new contract. I saved a kid's life, gas station employee recounts rescuing 2 kids from burning garage in Serra Mesa. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Japanese submarine hunter slides off runway at Gifu. Kratos unveils XQ-58A Valkyrie unmanned aircraft at MSPO 2021. 29th MSPO unveils Abrams tank with trophy apps for the first time. Lockheed Martin unveils prototype of its promising supersonic plane. Northrop Grumman ramps up production of new G8 radars. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. China finished top of the medals table for 5th consecutive Paralympics. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Tuesday, September 7th, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Sunnyvale fire causes traffic congestion. Lake Tahoe evacuation orders lifted, but fire threat remains. Jill Biden returns to the classroom as a working first lady. San Jose police investigate Labor Day homicide. Woman's life-saving transplant put on hold after COVID diagnosis. Alameda police investigate crash. Multiple suspicious fires started in the American League Division Seriesburg. Newsom campaigns in San Francisco for last week before equal election. Brush fire spreads to 2 homes in Antioch, residents displaced. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. 1 dead in 5 vehicle crash on I-88 near Elmhurst. A tribute to those who have fallen, list of 9/11 remembrances throughout suburbs this week. Grains mostly lower, livestock lower. After decades and eye of storms, Weather Service head retires. Threat of gusty winds, thunderstorms this afternoon. Hoffman Estates police investigating death of 18-month-old girl. Effort underway to free Oswego man convicted of killing wife, 3 kids. How U of I fought the clock to develop a COVID-19 test that schools will use this fall. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Report, best leased cars to buy and sell for highest profit in Seattle. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone Larry 21, population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0.26 million. Orange alert for Tropical Cyclone Constance 21, population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 1.13 million. Orange alert for Tropical Cyclone Chanthu 21, population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 54,933. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 6M, depth 10 km, in Tonga July 9, 2021, 9:49 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay. Drought is ongoing in Bhutan, China, India, Myanmar. Drought is ongoing in Kenya, Somalia, Tanzania. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Chile. Drought is ongoing in Bosnia and Herzegovina, Croatia, Italy, Serbia. Drought is ongoing in Russia. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Tuesday, September 7th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Bill Cosby accuser Andrea can stand rights of trial, Me Too movement in new memoir. The Wire actor Michael K. Williams found dead in Brooklyn apartment, police say. New Nissan Z sports car will arrive in 2022 with styling cues from earlier models. LaPorte ISD encourages parents to take kids to school due to bus driver shortage. Man charged in shooting that sent Houston rapper son to IQ, HPD says. ABC 13 Town Hall to focus on rising COVID-19 cases in Houston area schools. Action 13 uncovers answers on new COVID variant and the latest on booster shots. Nipah virus kills boy, 12, in Indian state already on high alert for COVID-19. Gulf disturbance could be a threat to Florida. The experts at Texas mattress makers tell us about sleep science. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Gardening when it's dry, prep soil, select plants wisely. Powerhouse ingredients amp up mild chicken. Kansas City Southern in talks on Canadian Pacific's $31 billion bid. Vatican won't say if women can vote in 2023 church meeting. Prominent lawyer leaves Russia citing government pressure. MSNBC brings back Jose Diaz-Balart for daytime show. The latest, students return to classes in Spain fully masked. Brutal attack prompts Spanish PM to hold hate crime meeting. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Alfonso David, Human Rights Campaign president, fired for advising Cuomo on harassment allegations. How the NYPD infiltrated a Muslim charity in the years after 9/11. NYPD's legacy of police surveillance, from Black Panthers to mosques to Black Lives Matter. Self-harm is exploding in New York City jails, internal numbers show. Michael K. Williams, the Wired and Boardwalk Empire actor, found dead in Williamsburg apartment. How the NYPD empowered itself in the immediate aftermath of the 9/11 attacks. As federal unemployment benefits end, employers still struggle to fill vacancies. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Time is wasting, making the case for SEDAR ratification by the United States. End vaccine apartheid. Yemen, UN agency helping stranded migrants to return home. Critical gaps in refugee education, only 34% attend secondary school, UNHCR. Blue sky thinking, 5 things to know about air pollution. The main contradiction of the modern era. Belarus crackdown leaves human rights, minorities exposed. I am concerned for migrants facing dire condition at EU-Belarus border. Drop coal or climate change will wreak havoc across Australian economy. Afghanistan, a Swedish officer's point of view. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. BBC admits propaganda report smearing OPCW Syria gas attack whistleblower was filled with lies. Australian health official tells public to get used to taking CV boosters indefinitely. Trump was right, Taliban now holding hostage 6 planes full of Americans. Soros Stream, to turn China into a neoliberal grabitization opportunity. Video, Premier of Victoria explains how unvaxxed Australians will not have access to hospitals. Rolling Stone forced to correct story that falsely claimed Oklahoma hospital was overrun with ivermectin overdoses. The Atlantic, how to persuade Americans to give up their guns. Oregon police and firefighters suing governor in resistance of vaccine mandate. Small cities, inside the military bases that will temporarily house Afghan evacuees. RoboCop is here. Singapore deploys robots to detect undesirable behavior including groups of more than 5 people. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Virginia is set to remove Richmond's Lee statue on Wednesday. Actor Michael K. Williams, Omar on the Wire, dead at 54. New Orleans, seniors left in dark, hot facilities after Ida. Pell says apparent colon tumor removed but feels well. Biden directs federal aid to NJ after deadly flooding. Ex-Marine held without bond in shooting of Florida family. Justice Department will protect abortion seekers in Texas. Shark tourism grows on Cape Cod, 3 years after attacks. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the New York Post. New COVID-19 cases have tripled over last year's Labor Day weekend. Lego Star Wars Terrifying Tales, Disney Plus Halloween special teases 3 new spooky stories. AFC North preview and predictions, Browns offense will push them to top of division. Billionaire entrepreneur Mark Lohr wants to build nation's first woke city. Biden channels any, says Sun will come out tomorrow as centrists stall $3.5 trillion bill. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Some fire-weary Tahoe residents return home to find bears. CBS News Ben Tracy and Jeff Berardelli talk climate change and weather disasters on The Takeout, September 3, 2021. CBSN Originals presents Reverb A City Under Surveillance. Officials urge caution over holiday weekend as COVID cases spike. Divers pinpoint source of Gulf oil spill caused by Hurricane Ida. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Minnesota trooper testified officers purged texts, emails after George Floyd protests. Suspects arrested in shooting that left 7 people hurt in Georgia. Former Marine sniper accused of murdering family in Florida killed 3-month-old baby because I'm a sick guy, police. Daily U.S. COVID cases up more than 300% from Labor Day last year. Alfonso David vows to fight firing by Human Rights Campaign over rolling Cuomo scandal. Americans skeptical of U.S. government surveillance, AP NORC poll. South Carolina lawyer Alex Murdaugh was pushed out of law firm over misappropriated money, days before shooting, report. Search underway for suspect accused of killing 1, wounding 7 others after getting booted from Kansas club. Proud Boys leader Enrique Tarrio reports to jail but not too proud to ask for cash first. Soccer star Pele recovering after having an apparent tumor on colon removed. The following headlines are from military.com. Such a sweet soul, tributes pour in for sailors killed in helicopter crash off California coast. Israeli army says it launched strikes on Hamas sites in Gaza. Blinken says U.S. working with Taliban on flights. UK aircraft carrier visits Japan for drill amid China worry. US-built database is a potential tool of Taliban repression. How 9/11 changed air travel, more security, less privacy. Taliban stop planes of evacuees from leaving but unclear why. Biden to mark 20th anniversary of 9/11 at 3 memorial sites. Soldiers detain Guinea's president, dissolve government. Former Marine sharpshooter kills 4, including mom still holding baby in Florida. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. SCPD makes changes to increase diversity, a former candidate questions department's seemingly unforgiving hiring process. Search continues for missing ISU student Jelani Day. Efforts include examination of body found in Illinois River in LaSalle County. At least 66 people shot, 6 fatally, in Labor Day weekend gun violence. Body of Marine Corporal Humberto Sanchez, who was killed in Afghanistan attack, to return to Logansport, Ind, on Sunday. Chicago aldermen pay, a ward by ward look at how much money each city council member makes. Daywatch, what to know about new COVID variant Mu in Illinois. Will Chicago aldermen take their biggest raises in 15 years? Review, Milk Money Brewing's true marvel is its food. Chicago aldermen are up for their biggest raises in 15 years. Will any of them turn it down? Mom of slain boy, 4, pleads for public's help after son fatally shot while visiting Chicago. Somebody needs to step up and say something. Governor J.B. Pritzker, Interior Secretary Deb Haaland speak at Pullman National Monument dedication ceremony. East Lakeview Neighborhood Parade returns on Labor Day. The following headlines are from phys.org. Nanofiber face masks improve filtration efficiency, need replacing more often. The warming climate is causing animals to shapeshift. Tea time gets flavor boost from thin film, impure water. Conservation commitments should focus on the best places to protect rare species, new study suggests. Living sensors probe mysteries of the gut. Physicists engineer new property out of white graphene. Researchers realize a spin field effect transistor at room temperature. The Spatial Mouse Atlas, new insights into cell fate. New method makes it easier to predict algae blooms. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Tuesday, September 7th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Photographer, his leg lost, seeks answers from Paralympians. Laxalt hints at legal fights ahead of 2022 U.S. Senate race. Catriona Matthew ready to give someone else a try at Solheim. Child-born purveyor to get 21-27 years under new plea deal. Biden vowed to close a border migrant camp, then a worse one emerged under his watch. Belgium's Carrasco, Witsel and Courtois out of qualifier. The following headlines are from mercurynews.com. High school football rankings, Bay Area News Group Top 25, Week 3. San Jose engineer found dead on Wyoming mountain. Prince Charles faces multiple police complaints in new scandal involving Saudi tycoon. QB Power Rankings, Mahomes is number 1, 49ers Jimmy G right in the middle. Women finally get art spotlight with new Berkeley exhibit. Resources directed back to monument fire, knob fire 82% contained. Niles, theme parks open a much-needed haunt season. Retired state police captain, wife arraigned on charges in connection to fatal drowning of teen. Gunmaker sued in Sandy Hook massacre wants school records of slain children. Campbell crime report for the week of September 10th. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Biden, infrastructure bill can fix flood-damaged towns permanently. VA court to start trial on Loudoun County Schools transgender policy. Army vet behind Afghan evacuation mission says State Department provided little help. Propane explosion blows out Maryland home, injures 2 in Laytonsville. AG Merrick Garland says Justice Department to protect women seeking abortions in Texas. Andrew McCabe, ex-FBI deputy chief, law enforcement should take U.S. Capitol rally very seriously. Americans warier of U.S. government surveillance, AP NORC poll. U.S. built database is a potential tool of Taliban repression. Emotions robbed for Paris trial for Islamic State carnage. Toddler lost in Australian woods for 3 days out of hospital. The next headlines are from The Intercept. New details emerge about coronavirus research at Chinese lab. Companies lobbying against infrastructure tax increases have avoided paying billions in taxes. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Tuesday, September 7th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Notre Dame faces much work before home opener versus Toledo. Novak Djokovic continues his Grand Slam chase with 4th-round win at U.S. Open. Prized trout streams shrink as heat, drought grip U.S. West. Missing West Englewood man is located. Early season surprise teams, early season strugglers. Steppenwolf Theater's Joan Allen to narrate Hillary Clinton political thriller audiobook. Man shot on lakefront trail on Gold Coast. Virginia's Robert E. Lee statue to be removed Wednesday. Authorities identify man killed in shooting near Robichaud Park on South Side. Labor Day weekend violence in Chicago. 4-year-old boy killed, 7 other children wounded, total of 66 shot. The next headlines are from the Times of India. E-Times Celeb Tracker, today's 20 best celeb moments. Kerala lifts night curfew, Sunday lockdown, CM. Quick edit, Islamabad must be held responsible if F becomes a problem. This is when Pakistan plans to roll out 5G. Want to win at least 5 Paralympic medals, Manish Narwal. Chhattisgarh CM's father held over remarks on Brahmins. Big Boss Autfay Murphy Javed's attention-grabbing style. The most popular company in the phone chipset market. Kabul protesters raise death to Pakistan slogan. Rajasthan local body polls, BJP surprises Congress. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Tuesday, September 7th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Things to do, listen to Apollo Chamber Players mix President Lincoln and Beethoven this weekend. Houston Texans 2021 schedule filled with revenge-minded former Texans. Best of Houston 2021, Best Taco. Doctor Who needs a new, weirder direction. The Taliban didn't ban abortion in Texas, Republicans bid. Best of Houston 2021, Best Italian Bakery. Best of Houston 2021, Best Cocktail Bar. Best of Houston 2021, Best Liquor Store. Best of Houston 2021, Best Movie Theater. Things to do: see Lucy Dacus at the White Oak Music Hall and listen to home video. The next headlines are about world records making news. Watch every world record and Olympic record mark set at Tokyo 2020 in athletics. Scroll in. Italy sets new unbeaten world record, playing for 90. Cristiano Ronaldo enters Guinness World Record books. The South African free ton broke its own world record. Cointelegraph. Australian man sets new world record of 9 hours, 30 minutes with longest held plank position. First post. Watch, stunt pilot does the unthinkable, sets world record tunnel flight, for the win. Kashmir youth makes world record by covering 3,600 kms in 8 days on cycle. Yahoo Singapore News. White Gerfalcon sets new world record after selling for $337,000 at Saudi auction. Daily Mail. Runners in Manchester race to break GPS art world record for charity. About Manchester. Italy set world record, Germany rout Armenia. Taipei Times. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Hospital cannot be forced to treat COVID-19 patient with ivermectin, Ohio judge rules. A new MagSafe charger may debut with the iPhone 13. This obscene motorhome includes a slide-out garage for a $3 million Bugatti Chiron. Lego Star Wars Halloween Special scares up its first trailer. New looks at Toon, Stargirl, Archer, and more. Man in Vietnam sentenced to 5 years in prison for spreading COVID-19. El Salvador buys 400 Bitcoin as crypto officially becomes currency on Tuesday. The Perseverance rover finally got its first Martian rock sample, for real this time. A new rumor says Apple has no immediate plans to create a satellite iPhone. I have some concerns about Captain Picard's replicator. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Mon in Botswana at 138.2 degrees Fahrenheit or 59 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Concordia in Antarctica at minus 97.42 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 71.9 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. The Space Force is starting to lean into innovative launch concepts. Microsoft Outlook shows real person's contact info for ID and phishing emails. The best Labor Day tech deals we can find, updated. Blix Vita Plus review, a powerful e-bike that folds and fits just about anywhere. The quiet search for dark matter deep underground. Life is Strange, True Colors hands-on preview, not afraid to make you sad. 21st century storms are overwhelming 20th century cities. BMW's iVision circular concept thinks about sustainable car making. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Maryland man goes on racist N-word tirade at Asian Shang-Chi moviegoer. I'm not afraid to hit a woman. Unprecedented, Idaho rations hospital care due to massive increase in COVID patients. Tennessee deputy suspended without pay for shouting racial slur out of car window. Video catches COVID denier coughing on shoppers in Nebraska grocery store. Florida fire chief dies from COVID-19 after virus sidelines 75% of department. Abortion foes are playing a dangerous game. Caitlyn Jenner says she supports Texas abortion ban and Ron DeSantis, but trashes illegals in CNN interview. We were right, Marine Corps vet Richard Averett was at the Capitol on January 6, but hasn't been charged. Lincoln Project mocks conservatives' obsession with ivermectin in new parody video. Judge reverses order forcing hospital to give ivermectin to COVID-19 patient. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Can big banks be trusted to fulfill their climate pledges? 3 ways to prevent our next massive power failure. Be your own boss. More co-op businesses are returning workers' power. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Russian space chief invites Elon Musk to his home. I already said the tea kettle on heat. Action news now. Viruses may exist elsewhere in the universe, warns scientist, The Guardian. To look or not to look, that is the question, Scientific American. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Uncovering oncogenic competence, why some cells cause cancer, genetic engineering and biotechnology news. Field Trip Health opens Europe's first psychedelic therapy healthcare facility, Yahoo Finance. 6 exercises to improve your mental strength, MENAFNCOM. Star 6 exercises to improve your mental strength, Star, the Costa Rican news. Brain cells destroyed as neurons learn faster, DNA breaks may provide answer to genetics, Science Times. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. Jeff Bezos is funding a lab to extend his life, interesting engineering. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Tuesday, September 7th, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Terrified couple chased by UFO. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Tuesday, September 7th, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News i8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News i8. All rights reserved.